How many of you have a Rubik's Cube lying around your house all scrambled up? Well, and not solved. Well, this is the sign for you to pick it up and try to solve it. Solving a Rubik's Cube is not only a fun challenge, but it also improves problem-solving skills and helps with developing patience. I am knowledgeable on how to solve a Rubik's Cube because I have studied and practiced on how to solve it for 6 years now. Despite the complex nature of a Rubik's Cube, it can be solved through a step-by-step process that also involves moves and algorithms. Anyone can master the solution to a Rubik's Cube with patience and determination. I will cover basic terminology as we go forward and discuss the algorithms and steps used to solve a Rubik's Cube. While it may seem daunting in the beginning, I will break it down in more manageable steps and examples for better understanding. First, let's talk about how to solve the first row of a Rubik's Cube. So for your first row, we are going to make a daisy. A daisy has the 4 white petals and the yellow center. So all we're going to do is get the center pieces of our petals and make it look into a daisy. And so we're just going to solve it for all 4 sides. And this will help us get our daisy. Next, we are going to get a white cross. So in order to make white cross, we're going to match the middle color on the top row, match with the middle color on the second row, the centerpiece. And we're just going to move that either way, counterclockwise or clockwise 2 times. And we're just going to align all of them in the same step. Once we have all of them, you will no longer have a daisy. We're now going to flip the cube upside down and we shall now have a white cross. Next, all we have to solve is our corner pieces to get the first row done. So we're going to find a white piece that's at the bottom. It could be in any corner. And we're going to look at the 2 colors that are with that white piece. So this one is green and red. So we'll find the green center piece, which is right here, and the red center piece. And we'll place it right there in that corner. So since we want this piece to go up here, we are going to move it away from where we want it. We're going to bring that left side down, this left side down, and then we're going to move it back and bring it back up. Now we have put the corner piece into the right spot. So now we're going to do that for every other corner. So this one is a blue and a red, and we want it right here. We're going to swivel it to the right, bring the left side down. We're going to swivel it back and bring it back up, and now we have that corner piece in the right spot. And we will do that for all of the sides. So let me finish. And it's the same step. Now we will have our white complete and the first row of our Rubik's Cube. Now we have talked about how to solve the first row. Now we're going to talk about how to solve the second row. So the second row, in my opinion, is the more easier step to do. We are trying to get these corner edge pieces with the right colors. So usually they will be on the bottom center. So for example, this one is orange and green. So we will move it to the orange side to make an orange T. And since this the bottom color is a green, we want it right here. So we will move it away from where we want it. We'll bring the right side down, we'll move it back, and then we'll move it back up. Now you can see that our white is now messed up. So we're just going to solve it like we did in the first step. We're going to move it away from where we want it. We're going to bring that left side down. We're going to move it back and move it back up. And now we have the white is completed still, so it's not messed up. And then our orange and green piece is where it needs to be. And it's the same step for each other piece. This one is a red and a green. So we'll make that red T. And then we want it here, so we're going to move it away from where we want it. We're going to bring the left side down. We're going to swivel it back and then bring it back up. And now it's messed up again, so we're just going to solve it like normal. We're going to swivel it to the left, bring the right down, swivel it back, and then bring it back up. And now we have that green and red piece in the middle where we wanted it. And we're just going to do that for every other one that's left. And it will always be the T, and then you move it away, bring it down, move it back to where it was, bring it up, and then we solve for that corner white piece again. And now we have completed the second row to our Rubik's Cube. Now, since we have talked about the first row and the second row, we're going to move on to the last row, which is the most trickiest part because it involves algorithms. But for this one, we have flipped it to the yellow side. So the centerpiece is the yellow side. We have this yellow centerpiece. And it looks like an arrow. Usually it looks like an arrow. So we have one yellow piece facing us and one facing to the right. So we're going to move the whole face of the cube one time. Then this is the right-left algorithm. We're going to move the right side up. We're going to swivel the top side to the left. Then we're going to bring it back down. We're going to swivel the top back to where it was. And then move the face back counterclockwise. This will lead us to a yellow line. This yellow line should be horizontally and not vertically. So if you solve it and it has the line vertically, you're going to just rotate your cube to make it horizontally. And we're just going to do that same step again. And this is how we're going to get our yellow cross, yeah. So we do the same step, and now we should have a yellow cross. So now we are trying to get the corner pieces in the right spot. Mine already has them in the right spot, and I just need to do one step. But usually you would do another algorithm, which is also a right-left algorithm, where you would go, you'll bring the right side up, you'll swivel it twice. You'll swivel it twice, you bring that side down, you'll swivel it back counterclockwise, bring the right side back up, and then match them together. And then you'll do the left side too, the same thing. You bring the left up, you'll swivel it clockwise 2 times, you'll bring that white side down, you'll keep doing clockwise, and this time it's different, it's clockwise. Then you'll bring that white side back up, and then that left side down. So, usually, this is how you would get that step. So, I messed it up so we could complete the whole steps. So, I'm just gonna, it's the same step until you get it to where you want it. Now I see. Oh, that does not want to. And this is why you have to have patience with it, because sometimes it's not going to come out the way you want it to. And it's not coming out the way I want it to right now. It's still not coming out the way I want it to. I might be using the wrong algorithm. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm using the wrong algorithm. We're going to have one side facing the back and one side facing the front. This, the line is clear. So we're going to do, this is the right algorithm. I'm pretty sure I messed it up. It was the right algorithm. We're going to move the right side up. We're going to swivel it 2 times. We're going to bring that right side back down. We're going to swivel it back into place. Swivel it 1 time. Then we're going to bring that right side back up. Swivel it again to where it needs to be. And that white should be there. Yeah, there we go. That was that. So now we're going to have, you see how it's the line? That line will be facing away from you, and then you'll have one facing the right. And so this is to get these 2 colors right here matching. You see how these 2 are not matching, and you can't move it without it being wrong? So this is the right algorithm. We will go right up. We're going to swivel it 2 times clockwise. We're going to bring that back down. We're going to swivel it once, and then we're going to bring it back up and swivel it back into place. And then we're just going to swivel the top part 1 time, and now we should all have the middle center pieces of the last row. And we still have our yellow cross. Now, our final step would be to get all the corners correctly. So we'll find that one corner that's in the right spot. So for me, it's this orange and blue one. It's because the orange is right here and the blue is right here, so it's in that right corner, just not positioned correctly. So we'll save that one because these are not correct. We will bring the left side up. We'll swivel it once clockwise, and then we'll bring the right side up. Do counterclockwise, swivel it counterclockwise, and bring that left side down because it was the first side we brought up, so it will be the first side to bring back down. And then we will do clockwise for that right side, and we'll bring it down. And then we'll bring that whole face back. We'll swivel it to the right. It will always be the right. And so we have, this is the same, it didn't move, but these moved, and these are still not in the right spot. So we're going to do the same steps again. We're going to move the left side up, swivel it 1 time clockwise, then we'll bring the right side up, counterclockwise, bring that left side down, do clockwise, bring that right side down, and swivel the whole top to the right. Now we have all of these in the correct spots. They're exactly where they need to be, just not positioned correctly. So now we will have this yellow, any yellow piece facing the right. And this is the righty-lefty algorithm. And this is where we bring the right side up, swivel 2 times, bring that right side back down, swivel it counterclockwise, bring the right side back up, swivel it counterclockwise, and bring it down. And then we're going to do the left side, which is bring the left side up, do 2 clockwise, and then we're going to bring the left side down, spin it again clockwise, not counterclockwise, and then bring it back up, the left side up, and we're going to swivel it back into place and bring that side down. And then we're just going to do that same step, the lefty right algorithm to all of these. You'll have one yellow piece to the right, and we'll do that algorithm until we get to the last step, And we're still going to do that same lefty-right algorithm where 2 yellow pieces are now facing the right side. And we're going to bring it the right side up, swivel it 2 times clockwise, bring the right side down, swivel it counterclockwise, bring the right side back up, counterclockwise, bring that right side down. Then we're going to lift up the left side, swivel it 2 times clockwise, bring that left side down, swivel it again clockwise, then bring the left side up, and then we're going to swivel it clockwise, and then we're going to bring that down, and we have now completed the Rubik's Cube.
Wow!
So, in conclusion, mastering a Rubik's Cube is a challenge, but carried out through step-by-step process by knowing some of the terminology and algorithms, anyone can learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube while also gaining problem-solving skills and patience. It took quite a while to solve the Rubik's Cube. Even though the Rubik's Cube was intimidating at first, and probably still is, having the willingness to follow all the steps presented can help break down and make it easier to solve the Rubik's Cube. As you can now hopefully solve the Rubik's Cube, remember it's not about the destination, but about the process itself.
Yay!